Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to the Sullivan family. So it's Friday afternoon. I just double check in my own head then. It's Friday afternoon. I'm just waiting for the girls at dancing. But they're back to dancing this week. It's the end of the first week of school. The end of the first week of dancing. So I've got my Friday afternoons again where I sit, and if I haven't got to rush off into town or anything, I get to sit and have a cup of coffee in the car while I wait for the girls. So I thought I would do a quick catch-up vlog on how our week has been, what we've been up to, just to keep you all updated, really. So, as you know from the last vlog, was Tuesday. They all went back to school. Agnes's first day at primary school, and she's getting on absolutely fine. She loves it. She loves school. She loves her teacher. She may have got into a little bit of trouble a couple of times. So we did have a phone call home for her today, and she did get sent to the office yesterday. Now, if you've been watching us for a while, you'll all know Agnes already, and you know that Agnes she's quite strong-willed. She's quite independent, and she knows her own mind. So yeah, she's a bit of a force to be reckoned with, but she's not a naughty child. She's never been naughty, and she's never really needed many kind of boundaries at home, if you like, because she doesn't really step over them. You know, she's never really stepped out of line. She's always been very well behaved. You can take her out. She knows how to behave herself. She knows right from wrong, but she does have a little bit of a temper. She does tend to get a little bit frustrated with things, especially if they're not going her way. So yeah, she is a little bit of a diva. So I think the whole newness of school and learning her new boundaries at school in that sort of environment is it's taken its toll a little bit on her this week, but she'll get there in the end. She doesn't like being told off. She doesn't like being considered, naughty, because she's not naughty. So she'll soon learn. But yeah, she's well, anybody that's watched us for a while knows what Agnes can be like. But she's so damn cute. She gets away with murder because she's just so blooming cute. Bless her. So anyway, apart from that, she's getting on fine. She's learning, so her teacher teaches BSL, British Sign Language, so she's learning sign language, which she loves. She came home yesterday showing us some of the signs she's learned. The thing is with Agnes as well is she's super bright. I mean, she already knows so much stuff that she's learned at home with us and from her siblings as well, from the older ones. So she's already super smart, and she picks things up really quickly. She's very, very clever. And she's just very independent. She's like Olivia, but Olivia was very quiet at primary school and didn't kind of become more confident in herself until she was in comprehensive school. But obviously Agnes is very confident from the start. But that's one of the things. That was one of the things that stopped me from wanting to send her to school, was because she has such a spirit, Agnes, and I don't ever want that to get crushed. And that was one of the things that I didn't want to send. But her teacher is fantastic, so I know that she'll be safe there. And I also know that she has to kind of conform. We all have to conform a little bit, I guess, to society, but I didn't want, there's conforming to, behaving and all that sort of stuff, and there's crushing her little spirit, which sometimes can be hard to kind of differentiate, because you go to school, you have to learn. We live in a country where you have to play by the rules, you have to do certain things as in order to be a member of society, if you like, don't you? And sometimes you don't want to, and sometimes you think, I don't want them to have to conform to this, I don't want them to have to do that, I want them to be able to be free and all that. But we do live in a country where you have to conform a certain amount, and I don't want them to grow up being rude or bad mannered or anything like that. So those sorts of things, manners and politeness, they're really important to us as well. So it's just getting the balance. It's getting the balance right of all of it. I don't want anybody to ever think that our children aren't well mannered or anything like that. So it's getting the balance between having spirit and independence and being considered you know, naughty, really. I mean, she's not naughty at all. She's 5. She's learning her boundaries, and she's a bit of a monkey, really simple. But anyway, she's loving school. She's had a good week. Ben's doing pick up today, obviously, but I can guarantee, she said to me, so I love school, it's great. Twins are getting on really well in their new class. They really like their teacher. I was saying yesterday in my post last night how much they seem to have changed in just since they've gone back to school. They just all of a sudden look so much bigger. But yeah, so they've been wearing their glasses, which I was a bit worried that they would get bored and not want to wear them anymore, but they've been wearing their glasses, so that's really good. I do let them take them off at home. I know they're supposed to wear them all the time, but while they're still getting used to wearing them, I've been letting them take them off for a little bit when they come home, just to kind of get used to wearing them. Who else is at school? So the older ones are getting on okay. They already started their new timetables before they went off for the summer, so it's kind of just carrying on for them. Olivia's had some things to sort out after exam results and everything, some changes of classes and things like that, but she's some classes that she wasn't going to do anymore, and some different hires that she wanted to take, so I think she's just about got that sorted now. Charlotte and Isabel are obviously just starting their exam year for their Nat 5s. Noah's gone into S2. Eva has gone into primary 7, so she's gone into her last year of primary school, and I think she's settling in okay. She had a few issues over the summer, but she's lost a little bit of confidence, I think, really, over the last sort of year or so. She's not quite as confident as she used to be, but she seems to be happy enough in her class. I think she likes her teacher, which makes a massive difference, and she's already had some reading books to bring home, and she loves to read, so that's kind of made her feel quite happy, because she can go off up to her room and do some reading. And Toby, who's always very apprehensive before going back to school, this year has probably been the best one. Normally, I mean, we have tears, and it used to be terrible sending him back to school, but this year he was a bit anxious the day before, and he was a bit anxious on the morning, but he really likes his teacher. He's got a really lovely teacher, and I knew that he'd get on well with her, and he really, really likes his teacher. So he said to me, he feels really, really good in his class. So that's brilliant, really, because Toby is the one that I worry about at school the most. So for him to go in and get on with his teacher and like going to school is a major milestone, really, because we've had years where he's really struggled with school and really not kind of slotted in. He's a lovely little boy, and he gets on well with people, but he finds a lot of situations overwhelming, especially if there's like a lot going on in the class, if they're really rowdy or anything. He finds that very, very overwhelming. And we see it in his behaviour when he comes home. If he's been in a particularly disruptive class, his behaviour is much worse when he comes home, because he doesn't know how to process it. So I think he's got quite a good class this year and a good teacher. So yeah, he seems to be getting on okay. So all in all, they've had a pretty good first week back, really. So Lizzie starts college next week. I think she starts on Tuesday. So I've had her at home this week as well, or when she hasn't been working. She's been at home, so that's been quite nice for Joseph and Florence to have Lizzie at home as well. So Joseph's been able to play Mario Kart with Lizzie some of the time when she's been downstairs. So he's been quite pleased, because he's been okay. He's been a little bit quiet. I think part of him, Joseph plays. I did say Joseph, didn't I? I meant Joseph. If I didn't, I did say Joseph. So Joseph likes to play. He's quite good at playing on his own, but he plays very methodically. So he likes to line his cars up. He likes to do all those sorts of things. And quite often with the girls, the twins and Agnes, they'll come along when he's lined everything up, and they'll just smash it up, because that's, especially the twins, that's kind of what they're like. Agnes isn't so bad, but they're quite boisterous, the girls, and he's quite quiet. So he kind of is enjoying the fact that he can get his toys out, he can get like his Paw Patrol out and he can play with it all day and nobody bothers him. But then by the afternoons, he's kind of, by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because I've been catching up with things at home this week, so I haven't really gone anywhere. Next week I shall start trying to go out and about a bit more, but this week I just wanted to kind of catch up with some of the bits, get used to, you know, just being at home again and get used to a kind of a new routine with just Florence and Joseph at home, really. So yeah, we haven't been anywhere, but he by about 2 in the afternoon, he's like, I miss everybody, I want them to come home. So he's not doing too bad. He doesn't mind it because he gets to play with this stuff on his own, but I think he gets a little bit, like by the end of the day, he's wanting them to come home again and play with him. But that's okay. I think he'll, you know, once we start going out and about a bit for an hour in the daytime, and then he gets to play his toys for the rest of the day, I think he'll be fine. Florence she's still a diva, really. She's just, as long as she's been fed and she's eaten, and Florence has never really slept very much in the daytime. When she was a tiny baby, she would sleep, because, you know, tiny babies do, so she'd have lots of cuddles and lots of sleeps, but she's never been very good at having a solid nap. So, you know, put her down and she'll sleep for 2 hours. She's never really done that in the daytime. She'll do it in the evening. She'll sleep, touch wood, in the evening, sort of from 6:30 right the way through. She'll have a bottle at about 11:30, and then she'll go to bed and she'll have maybe one bottle in the night and sleep through till the morning, which is fab, you know, it's fantastic. But she doesn't do napping in the day very much. So, you know, she'll maybe sleep 20 minutes here or 20 minutes there, or, you know, if you sat with her, she'd sleep probably for an hour. But, you know, I can't sit around all day, as much as I'd love to just sit around all day and give her cuddles, but I'd be asleep as well. So yeah, just trying to get into a bit of a routine with Flo as well. So fitting in around school times and just getting everybody out of the house, remembering what you used to do. Why is it after the summer holidays you forget what you did for packed lunches, and you suddenly forget what time you used to get up and what time does everyone start school? I don't understand. Every single year, and I've been doing this for quite a few years now, you just forget. You forget how to do it all, and it's only been 6 weeks. I don't know how that happens, but I think it's because you just want to let go of all those responsibilities for the summer holidays, and then all of a sudden they're back again. But anyway, the girls are already thinking about Christmas. Isabel's going around wearing a Christmas jumper and singing Christmas songs, because that's the next thing now, apparently. It has it's actually quite warm today. It's been quite, when they went back on Tuesday, it was absolutely pouring down. Wednesday wasn't much better. That's another reason we haven't really been out and about very much, because the weather's been rubbish. But it's actually quite nice this afternoon, which is nice because it means they're better to get in the garden when they come home from school. So it might be that we have a little bit of summer weather left before we properly go into autumn and winter. But they are looking forward now to Halloween and Christmas. Isabel absolutely, I mean, they all love Christmas. All of them love Christmas, but Isabel loves Christmas, like totally loves Christmas. I mean, we all love it, but she is totally loves Christmas. So for Isabel now, it's Christmas is on its way. Bless her. What else has happened this week? So a lot of you will have seen today that the piece we did with the BBC a couple of weekends ago, they came up. It was a really nice day actually when they came up then. So I think it was the week before the end of term, so the week before we went to Landmark. It was actually after we filmed the thing with the German TV company RTL. It was the next day. BBC came up and we filmed a piece with them about the cost of living crisis, and that went out on the webpage today. I think it's supposed to go out on the news as well, but the bit that we've seen on the webpage, the little video they put together, that was really good. I was really pleased with it. They were, you know, they're a really nice guy that came up and filmed with us, and the kids love doing stuff like that, especially when they get to play with the camera and all those sorts of things. So yeah, that was a good day's filming, and it's a really good article. So if you haven't checked it out, go and check it out. Obviously the cost of living crisis is quite a hot topic at the moment as well. Obviously it's on everybody's forefront of everybody's mind, really. And you know, doing these sorts of articles, we've done quite a few. We've been asked by quite a few other people to do some articles with them as well about, you know, how we, as a large family, how we cope. And I mean, I don't know if it's any different really than, you know, how any other family would cope, except we've just got more people to pay for. Sorry, there's a random noise. It's a seagull. It's fine. I thought somebody was throwing a carrier bag at me. Yeah, so it's, I kind of think we're all in the same sort of boat. We've just got more people in ours, that's all. But it's you know, I mean, our expenses are obviously going to be more. They already are more, but there's already a lot of things, being a large family, there's already a lot of things that we kind of budget for anyway, so we're already quite good at that. So it was quite interesting to speak to people, speak to the BBC about, you know, things that we do and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a bit of a budgeting video, how, you know, just a budgeting vlog really, of how we kind of cope with things, just in case it might be of any help to anybody else. I mean, like we've always said, you know, we do lots of different vlogs about different things, and it's not like we're telling anybody how they should do things or anything like that. But I always said I'd never tell people they should be doing this or they should be doing that, because we're not that sort of people. But I do think sometimes you can pick up tips from other people and you might think, oh, I hadn't thought of that, or I hadn't thought of that. So I always think if we share what we do, then it might be of some use to somebody somewhere. Like my folding, see, lots of people use my folding, not that it's my folding, I, you know, got it from somebody else, but it's the little things. Sometimes you see them and you think, I didn't even think of that. So yeah, I'm going to put together a budgeting video to go out, just a vlog of tips, if you like, that we sort of things that we do. So I'll try and do that over the next couple of days. So weekend tomorrow, twins are back at swimming, which Ben is delighted about because he gets to take them swimming. Noah's got a football match tonight. I think he's got something else, or no, somebody else has got something on over the weekend, I can't remember. Hopefully we're going to fit in a couple of vlogs over the weekend anyway, Saturday and Sunday. Olivia's away for a dance comp Saturday night and Sunday. We haven't actually got any plans of what we're going to do. I think we're going to see what the weather's like and try and get out like we normally do, in a normal week to week, school weeks going on. Try and get out somewhere on Saturday afternoon for a walk. I've got housework to do in the mornings, Saturday and Sunday, boring. But then if I can get it done in the mornings, it means we can go out in the afternoon for a walk or something. So yeah, that'll be, I think Elizabeth's at work. She has told me like 17 times what time she's working, but I still forget. I'll ask her. So yeah, no doubt we'll be going somewhere Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon for a bit of a go out. Fingers crossed that the weather will be nice. We do need to sort out the garden actually as well, because we've left the swimming pools in the garden from when it was sunny the other day, and then it rained, so we had to leave them out there to dry again. Now the birds are using it as a swimming pool for themselves and a bath. Magpies were in there having a bath the other day, so before it gets pecked to heck, I want to get it dried out and put away for next summer. So there's lots of things. There's always lots of things that need doing. Always. There's always a pile of stuff that needs sorting out. There's always paperwork that it needs dealing with. Sometimes you just look at it and think, I still haven't done that, and it's been a week. But anyway, life goes on, and there's many more things to do all the time. So anyway, just a quick catch-up video, like I said, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to drop us a like. Don't forget to watch the video on the BBC and keep an eye out for us on the channel. I think it's going to be on over the weekend sometime, and I think it's BBC Scotland, but I'm not entirely sure. But when I know, I'll get Ben will put something on, I'm sure, and I'll put something on my Instagram, even if it's just a link, or my Facebook actually, because Instagram doesn't like the links. So yeah, we will catch up with some more vlogs over the weekend. Have I said all the things I'm supposed to say? I'm rubbish. So forgetful. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell for notifications. That's the other one. Terrible at that end bit. It's not professional at all. So yeah, anyway, we will see you in the next video. Bye guys.